Good morning. Happy New Year. Um, so I got started on this book and it started slow. The first couple pages, I was like, what's going on here? But then it picked up and whoops, don't do that. That's my page marker. Okay. Not that I hadn't written down the page. I'm already on page 175. It wasn't until about, let's see here. Yeah, probably I'd gotten into the 100s before the plot really hit. And now I'm wanting to stop recording so I can keep reading. It's really good. It's good, but it's also painful because just like To Kill a Mockingbird, the language holds true to how they would have spoken during the time. So a person of color who was black wouldn't have been called person of color or black. They would have been called a Negro, which is the worst word on. I mean, it's one thing to use the word that, and that word is in here too, but it's in dialogue because it's a racist speaking. He's anti desegregation. He's preaching about all the horrible things that they used to say about people of color. He's saying them, and it's just horrifying. But it needed to be in here to bring home the point. The point is, during this era, segregation still existed in the South, and the South was blaming the North for desegregation, and they were saying they weren't going to follow the Supreme Court's ruling about desegregation. So that tells us where we're at. Now, I don't know if you've read or seen the movie To Kill a Mockingbird, which is the prequel. This is the sequel to it. Instead of it being mostly about Atticus Finch, it's been about his daughter. And she is finding things out about people she's cared about all her life that is shattering her world because she didn't know they were racist. She didn't know that the black people who she thought she was friends with looked at her as the white suppressor. She thought they were friends. And during an era when it's rare when someone is colorblind, she was. And that's part of the problem, is she's finding out that her colorblindness led her to be blind to what was happening in this community. And she's single, but has a relationship with a man who works for her father. Her father has already planned on giving him the practice, because they're lawyers. But she lives in New York, not Alabama. And so her family's been trying to get her to move back to Alabama and get married and do the, pregnant and barefoot bullshit, that stuff. So she's got a lot going on, and then to find that her dad and the boyfriend were at a meeting where this guy was preaching about desegregation and the works. She had snuck in, saw what they were saying, did not see that her father and boyfriend didn't agree with it. She just saw them sitting there. So she doesn't you know, and I don't know how this is going to play out. I assume because it's Atticus Finch, he's only there so that he knows what the opposition is saying. You know, you get what I'm saying there? That's my assumption about this plot. But I'm not there yet. And she's very distraught. She's quit communicating with everyone very well. She's made assumptions that are horrible. You can't help but make the assumptions yourself because, you know, we're there. But it's a damn good read. So I'll have it done today, which puts me very far ahead on my 50 States Reading Challenge because it's one book a week, basically. But 2 of the books I'm going to be reading are monsters. One is, oh, hang on. Let me pause. Wait, is there a pause? I don't know if there's a pause. Let's see. Okay, I'm back. I don't have an actual pause, so I'm going to have to splice 2 videos together. This is going to be my second book, James Michener's Alaska. Let's see, you set that there. It's a beast, I know, and it just made the whole table shake. Let's see, how many pages is it really? Let's see. Oh, dear goodness, and look at that print. That font is insanely small. Let's see. Is that really? Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see. Come on, where's the last page? Oh my goodness, 868 pages with a tiny freaking font. Ugh, this is going to be a long, hard read. But it'll be good because James A. Michener, come on, really? It's going to be good. But that's going to be the book I start as soon as I get this one done. And Harper Lee, it's going so quick, I'm going to have it done. Yeah, look at that. I'm going to have it done today. Especially if I don't just do nothing all day. Because there's a chance I could start playing a game and get distracted. But yeah, I'm not going to I'm going to finish it today. So, yay, because that means more time to get Alaska done, because Alaska's going to take more than a week, I think, because holy cow. Oh, obviously it's a used book. Yeah, look at that. Wow. That's going to be a hard read. So yeah, I've got to have the extra time to fight my way through it. But having been to Alaska, I'm eager to read it because I've been there. You know, went on a trip to see Alaska at the end of COVID. And it was just so beautiful. I want to go back because I didn't see a lot that I did want to see. So instead of going by cruise ship the next time, we're going to fly there, and then we're gonna airplane hop because a lot of the communities, you can't get there any other way because there's no roads. And a lot of those communities that I want to see are in that position where you have to charter a plane. So, yeah, that's how we're gonna go next time. But, okay, so almost done with Harper Lee, going to be starting Alaska. That's where we're at. And with the new year, that brought a new calendar, which I've spoken of before, I think. And what I'm doing is putting in that I started Harper Lee's and what page number I ended on last night. And then today I'll do the same, but probably I'll get to start Alaska today. we'll try. I mean, I'm really hoping I do start it today. So, yeah, that's what's going on. Oh, and remember this book, Leonard, William Shatner. I'm about halfway. It got to a point where I'm not enjoying it as well as I was when I first started. It's not that he's repeating himself. And it's not that it's dry. It's not dry. And he even pointed out mistakes he himself, William Shatner, had made in his relationships with the cast of Star Trek. And it made me feel a lot better about him because, you know, we've got this weird concept that he's an egomaniac and he's just not a kind person. And that's completely untrue. I think that's the persona he puts on while he's at conventions, you know, the Trek conventions and stuff that he has to go to and interviews. I think that's just all an act because what he says in here presents a very different person. And I feel like this is more really him than that persona he puts on. And it's great. It's a lovely book, and I'm eager to finish it. You know, and there's even pictures in here in the center. You know, some books do that, some don't. And, you know, I've found that Leonard Nimoy directed things I had no idea he directed. I don't know, 3 Men and a Baby, that movie with Tom Selleck and the 2 other guys. Oh my goodness, that was Leonard Nimoy directing that. It was a great little movie. You know, so he did so much more than just the Star Trek Spock, you know. And of course, he did that in that documentary, In Search Of, I think that's what it was called back in the day. Yeah, I think that's what it was called. You know, I was young, so I don't remember it. I didn't watch it, but I knew it existed. You know, so I just, yeah. Anyway, so I haven't finished it yet. So I'm hoping I have a chance to pick it back up between breaks from the States books. With Alaska being so big, it's not going to be until after Alaska because that's just going to eat up a lot of my time for reading. But, so that's really it. That's all I've got for today. So, again, Happy New Year. I hope you have a much better year this year than last year because I think all of us had a bad year last year. You know, that COVID really did a number on us all, and I've had COVID, so yeah. Anyway, that's it. So thanks for watching. Bye.